హైదరాబాద్ కస్టమ్ కార్యాలయంలో జరుగుతున్న జీఎస్టీ కార్యక్రమంలో నారా బ్రాహ్మణి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ప్రత్యక్ష ప్రసారం ద్వారా చూద్దాం.
On the production chain, this will also ensure clear single taxation for interstate transfer of goods and services, which can otherwise be very confusing, especially for companies like ourselves. Goods and services tax is expected to bring the much needed stimulant for economic growth in India by transforming the existing basis of indirect taxation towards free flow of goods and services within the economy. What we will be looking at now is a unified market, facilitating seamless movement of goods across states and also potentially reducing transaction costs in the long run. Various tax barriers such as checkposts and toll plazas lead to a lot of wastage, especially for perishables such as dairy. And this loss is translated into major costs for companies like ourselves through higher need of buffer stocks, warehousing costs, and a huge opportunity cost on time. A single taxation system could eliminate the roadblock for companies such as ourselves. Also, inventory management could become much more efficient with the net effect of reduced warehousing and reduced transportation time, not just costs. GST will now provide input credit for the taxes paid by producers in the goods or services chain. This is expected to encourage producers to buy raw material from different registered dealers and is expected to bring in more vendors and suppliers under the purview of taxation. And this brings about much more transparency in transactions. Thus, GST implementation will gradually shift the informal sector, which is huge in our country, into the formal sector, which to me also means financial inclusion in the long run. Already, we're seeing that not only 7 million out of the 8 million traders are registered under GST, but we're also seeing the base of compliance increasing. Like the government had mentioned in the statement this morning, already there is an increase of 1.5 lakh traders to the overall base. And how has the transition process been? According to me, the transition process has been extremely well planned and very robust as it's technology enabled. The center has set up a special purpose vehicle, GSTN, to manage the IT infrastructure under GST. GSTN will be the front-end IT ecosystem under the GST network and will be an important part of GST compliance with respect to filing data. GSTN's mandate is to establish, develop and manage the required infrastructure, systems, technology, partnerships and ecosystem for the implementation of GST. It will thereby enable a uniform interface between taxpayers and the government, both central and state governments. For taxpayers, GSTN will provide a common shared IT infrastructure and cater to functions facing taxpayers such as filing registration applications, filing returns, creating challans or invoices for tax payment, settling IGST payment, etc. Checking input tax credit, which is unique part of the GST regime in India, is very, can be a little confusing, and these claims will be one of the important aspects of GST. The data for this will be properly captured through the GSTN network, and we understand that the network is robust enough to be able to absorb all these transactions. The scale of operations of GSTN is staggering. The GST network is expected to manage 30 to 40 billion transactions annually, by 8 million indirect tax paying entities, which are growing in number going forward. This implies that around 100 million transactions will be done on a daily basis. GST will be on a digital platform from day one, as all of you already know, making it the largest digital tax network in the world. Having spoken about the potential benefits of GST, I would also like to point out that there are some potential challenges in the short term. Despite the long-term positive implications, there could be some immediate hiccups. There could be some impact on growth. The one-time inventory adjustment may cause growth issues in the immediate aftermath of GST implementation. But as corporates, we believe that this might be a very temporary issue that we may have to face going forward, like in the case of demonetization. Businesses will have to work on technology compatibility